launches a three. Hits a three-pointer.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Parker outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Jokic. And no good. The dry spell continues. Davis with it. Parker picks him up. Pass to DiVincenzo. Seattle move the ball around. Here's Bird. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Parker. Outside Reeves. Here's Irving. Robinson with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Parker outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And they've done a pretty good job working the ball inside, but haven't been able to convert at all.
Davis down low. Here's Bird. And Seattle tacks on 2 more.
I just love the ball movement.
Parker outside.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
Second team foul.
Here's Parker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To snap the cold streak.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Davis with it. Doing some damage on the offensive end. Putting up a little over 14 points a game. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Graham.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Barnes, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Pass to Bird. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Reeves. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Lively with the bucket.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy. And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Just out of control. Already 3 fouls for him. He'll likely have to take a seat.
It's his first trip to the line.
Number 2, Tony Parker.
And he's good on the second. Seattle on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Stolen by Jackson. Kicks it out to Parker. All sorts of time. Seattle pulls it in.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Davis gets double teamed. 5 on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. That's in there. Davis with the assist. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Seattle out in front.
The Supersonics. 21.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Seattle?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
He does not get the second one. George drives in. Out to Powell. Jackson outside. Davis with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. Here's Bird. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. So he comes up empty, missing both.
It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
And the dunk by Jokic.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame them.
Pass to Bird. The 3. Now pulls it in. Now here's Jokic. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Bird. Jokic grabs the board. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball." Back to you guys.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Here's George. Seattle pulls it in. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Davis. Here's Bird. They get the rebound to the left side wing. Doubled by Jackson. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Reeves. Driving to the basket. He's off on the layup.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make. He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Seattle making a switch here. Here's Parker. Jokic to screen. That shot's good by Parker. Parker's got his second bucket on the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
Number 5.
Kicks it out to Kennard. Seattle move the ball around. Davis looking it over. Drives to the hoop. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Austin Reeves picks one up. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Reeves. Let's go with a 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Reeves has got 6.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Parker with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. From deep, Reeves controls the rebound and the putback. Now just a 5-point Seattle lead.
You're hitting the offensive glass with purpose. You gotta love the activity from Scotty Barnes.
Outside Robinson. Now Davis. He's got 6. Lively on the double. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
To the inside. Pass to Lively. Outside Reeves. Robinson with a steal. For 3, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Seattle missing. And here's Reeves. 6 points for him. To the wing on the left. The open shot by Parker. Kennard with the rebound.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen. Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Pass to Kennard. Screen by Robinson. Nice shot by Kennard.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Floats one. Outside Barnes. Here's Parker. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Finished off the break. And now just a 4-point Seattle lead.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. That shot's good by Parker. It's stolen by Lively. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Seattle out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Parker right side. To the paint. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Pass to Bird. Up top, Davis. Soft touch off the glass. Davis has got 12 points.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
That shot's good by Parker.
The all-around game of Reeves continuing to develop. You just love that pass.
Richard, when you talk about Austin Reeves, this guy continues to defy expectations.
I still can't believe he was an undrafted free agent. Not only does he score, he shoots an impressive percentage while doing it. It's just an incredible story.
Back to Parker. Kicks it out to Barnes. For the lead. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Home team foul. Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. 2-point game. Pass to Bird. 4-3. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Make making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Now here's Davis. 12 points for him. 6 to shoot. Seattle move the ball around. And he gets that one. He's got 15.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Outside Reeves. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just so skilled in that screen roll. I like watching Reeves break down the defense.
Davis goes in. Pass to Bowen. Here's Bird. Reeves brings the double. The shot from 20 feet out. And Seattle tacks on 2 more.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Parker outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Parker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Irving. Takes it inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. George outside. Pass to Reeves. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Irving for 3.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Davis with it. Guarded now by George. Back to Davis. And here's O'Neal. Outside Davis. Here's Bird. Second shot opportunity. George with a steal. Into the lane. From deep, Reeves. Seattle pulls it in. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Bird. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Bird's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
George scanning the floor. Lays out. DiVincenzo with a steal. Pass to Davis. Here's Bird. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
3 points.
And it's a 9-point Seattle lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Seattle.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight. And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
For 3, George hits the trifecta. George has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's Jokic. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Outside Reeves. There's the 3. Drops in the 3. And it's now only a 5-point Seattle lead.
Nice Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters.
53.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Seattle with the ball. Out to the wing. Here's Gasol. Offline with a 3. Pass to Barnes. There's the triple. Gasol grabs the board.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Kennard outside. Davis drawing the double team. 5 to shoot. Here's Bird. They get it back. Kicks it out to Kennard. Fires for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. And Seattle leads by 8.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one. But who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Pass to Irving. And they're running. Here's Mitchell. Finished off the break.
Those are the kind of plays that win you games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
Jokic up top. Now Barnes. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Seattle pulls it in. They've led by as many as 14.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
What a terrific move that is. Parker's got 19 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle will have another go.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Reporter Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Outside Barnes. Pass to Reeves. Now here's Jokic. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple. Now just a 5-point Seattle lead.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire, and then he's straight into his motion.
Here's Bowen. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. It's Barnes on the wing. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Now Robinson. Using the glass to lay it in.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Here's Barnes. Outside Jokic. Takes a three. Oh, it's off.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Parker outside. And there's the drive.
That's a tough walk back to the showers. Pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
Here's Mitchell. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team foul. Keontae George. First personal foul. Second team foul. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. It's good from beyond the arc.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Robinson. Here's Bowen. Just 5 to shoot. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Outside Mitchell. Robinson outside. Here's Bird. Fires away from outside. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Jokic. From downtown. And an intentional foul right there.
Julius Randle. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
They turn it over. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Four-point game. Outside Reeves. Here's Jokic. George in the post. Another chance. Just in time with the putback.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, clock's the big factor.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
George drives in. A one-handed jam, rocking the rim.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. First free throw is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both. And it's a 5-point game. So we see Seattle get the win here.